In the celestial tapestry of ancient Japan, where the sun goddess Amaterasu reigned supreme, there existed an enigmatic deity who commanded the ethereal realm of the night, Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon. Tsukuyomi's origins were shrouded in mystery. Some whispered that he was born from the right eye of Izanagi, the primordial creator god, while others believed he emerged from the darkness that enveloped the nascent world. Regardless of his genesis, Tsukuyomi possessed an otherworldly aura that set him apart from the other deities. His appearance was as captivating as the moon itself. His skin shimmered with an ethereal glow, casting an iridescent sheen upon his surroundings. His eyes, deep and enigmatic, reflected the wisdom and secrets of the night. Atop his head rested a crescent moon, its silver horns framing his serene countenance. Tsukuyomi's domain was the celestial sphere, where he presided over the ebb and flow of the tides, the waxing and waning of the moon, and the rhythm of the seasons. He was a silent observer, his presence felt in the gentle glow that illuminated the darkness. One fateful night, as Tsukuyomi gazed down upon the mortal realm, his gaze fell upon a gathering of gods and goddesses. Among them was Ukmachi, the goddess of food, who was renowned for her bountiful harvests. Curiosity sparked within Tsukuyomi, and he descended to the earth to witness her power firsthand. As he approached Ukmachi, he was greeted with a feast of unimaginable proportions. The goddess had summoned forth an endless array of delicacies, from succulent fruits to fragrant flowers. Tsukuyomi, however, was not impressed. His eyes narrowed as he realized that Ukmachi had created her bounty through unsavory means. With a swift motion, Tsukuyomi drew his sword and struck Ukmachi down. From her body, a torrent of food erupted, spilling forth into the mortal realm. But Tsukuyomi's wrath did not end there. He cursed the goddess, condemning her to an eternity of suffering and hunger. News of Tsukuyomi's action spread throughout the celestial realm, casting a shadow over his reputation. Amaterasu, his sister and the sun goddess, was particularly incensed. She accused Tsukuyomi of murder and banished him from her presence. And so, Tsukuyomi became an outcast, forever dwelling in the shadows of the night. He roamed the celestial sphere, a solitary figure haunted by the memory of his crime. The moon, once his symbol of authority, now became a constant reminder of his fall from grace. As centuries turned into millennia, Tsukuyomi's legend faded into obscurity. The mortal realm forgot his name, and the celestial deities whispered his tale only in hushed tones. But even in his isolation, Tsukuyomi's presence lingered, a silent guardian of the night, forever bound to the celestial tapestry of ancient Japan. One night, as the moon hung high in the sky, a young woman named Hikari gazed up at its ethereal glow. She had heard whispers of a forgotten god who once ruled the night, and a longing stirred within her to know more. With a heart filled with both trepidation and curiosity, Hikari ventured into the ancient forest that was said to be Tsukuyomi's sanctuary. As she walked deeper into the darkness, she felt a strange presence watching her. Suddenly, a voice as soft as the rustling of leaves whispered her name. Hikari turned and saw a figure standing before her. It was Tsukuyomi, his eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and longing. "Why have you come here, mortal?" he asked. Hikari hesitated for a moment before speaking. "I have heard tales of your legend, Lord Tsukuyomi. I have come to learn the truth of your story." Tsukuyomi sighed and began to recount his past. He told Hikari of his birth, his banishment, and his eternal solitude. As he spoke, Hikari felt a profound sense of empathy for the fallen god. "Your story is a tragedy," she said. "You were punished for a crime that was not entirely your fault." Tsukuyomi smiled wryly. "Perhaps. But the past cannot be changed. I must live with the consequences of my actions." Hikari reached out and took Tsukuyomi's hand. "You are not alone," she said. "I will remember your story and tell it to others. Your legend will live on, even if your name is forgotten." Tsukuyomi looked into Hikari's eyes and saw a glimmer of hope. For the first time in centuries, he felt a sense of connection to the mortal realm. "Thank you, Hikari," he said. "Your kindness has given me solace." As the night wore on, Tsukuyomi and Hikari talked for hours. They shared stories, laughter, and a profound understanding of the human condition. By the time dawn approached, a bond had formed between them, a bond that transcended the boundaries of time and mortality. As the first rays of sunlight pierced through the canopy, Tsukuyomi knew it was time for him to go. He embraced Hikari one last time and whispered, "Farewell, my friend. May the moon always guide your path." With a heavy heart, Hikari watched as Tsukuyomi disappeared into the shadows. She knew that she would never see him again, but his memory would forever be etched in her heart. And so, the legend of Tsukuyomi, the god of the moon, was passed down through generations. It became a tale of tragedy, redemption, and the enduring power of human connection. And as the moon continued to rise and set, casting its ethereal glow upon the world, it served as a reminder of the forgotten god who once ruled the night.